Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So in some of my videos, I share clips from other videos which I have found interesting, right? And this is something that I will likely continue to do. And in preparing for one of my newer videos on REITs, I watched some of my own older videos, and it's something that I do for my blogs as well. You know, when I prepare a new blog post, sometimes I look at my older blog posts to see what I've said in the past. And so when I watched some of my older videos on REITs, I came across something that I said in relation to a particular REIT, but I think it's a pertinent consideration for all REITs, right? So it's important enough to reiterate. I call it the trifecta of negatives. So when we are looking at REITs and we should happen to come across something like this, I think we should sit up and pay attention. But of course, there are many things to consider when we invest in REITs, and seeing a trifecta of negatives, like I said in the video, it's not the be-all and end-all, but it's just something that we might want to pay attention to, right? And in that video, I also talk about interest rates and when interest rates might actually be cut, and if we actually know when interest rates might be cut. So if all this sounds very familiar to you, you can stop watching the video now. But if it doesn't sound familiar to you, or maybe you have forgotten what I said in that video, you might want to stick around. Okay, so let's have a listen to what I said back then. About 60+ % of their loans are hedged to fixed interest rates, whereas 30 plus almost 40% are on floating rates. That's another reason why the DPU has come down. It's not just because the number of units in issue has gone up, because they had to do equity fundraising to help fund some of their purchases, big purchases in recent times. And of course, they also had to take out big loans in order to fund those purchases, which saw their gearing level went up. The number of units in issue has gone up. And of course, now that they have to refinance at higher interest rates, the distributable income has come down. So it's a trifecta of negative points, right? Negative, negative, negative. And as long as interest rates stay higher for longer, you'll have to refinance at higher cost. You'll have to refinance at higher cost, which means the distributable income would shrink. I mean, that's natural. But then if someone says, oh, but they all say, the experts say that interest rates will start coming down next year. But then, of course, in recent time, we have to take note of the narrative. A growing number of experts are changing and saying that, oh, no, we think that interest rates won't be cut next year. Interest rates will stay higher for longer. Maybe interest rates will be cut in 2025. You see how these experts are always changing their opinions, right? And so we don't know. Nobody knows for sure when the interest rate is going to come down, by how much it's going to come down, right? But the longer we push it out, the chances become better. So chances are better for interest rates to come down in 2025 than in 2024, for example, because the longer you push it out, the better we have a grip on inflation, hopefully, right? So if interest rates stay higher for longer, and it stays higher even in 2025, even REITs like AIMS APAC REIT would be hit, right? Which is why I keep saying don't be overly optimistic about any investments which rely on borrowings to deliver results, right? And the balance sheet strength is very, very important. So there we have it. That's the clip. Okay. The key takeaways for this video, two things. Number one will be, if we see a trifecta of negative points, like I mentioned in this video, please take care, pay attention. But it isn't the be-all and end-all. There are other things to consider when it comes to investing in REITs, but this would be a potential red flag, right? And number two,
don't bank on the fact, the supposed fact that interest rates would come down in 2024. There'll be people who still say that, oh, don't worry, it's a fact, you know, the interest rates will come down. You know why? Because inflation is under control and all that kind of thing. We don't know that for sure, right? So it's better to err on the side of caution. Okay, don't be too optimistic, right? So those are the two takeaways from this video. If AK can talk to himself, so can you. Bye-bye.